After 3 tough weeks with Bemidji, Mankato, and St. Thomas, how nice is it to have an off weekend?
I think it was much needed. From a rest, recuperation, we were a little banged up. So just good reset. I thought we had a really good week. Practice, went over some systems, things, and some guys needed some rest as well. So to get that, I think very beneficial.
How do you feel like, obviously you didn't have the wins you'd like, but how do you feel like the team got through that sort of gauntlet of those 3 Minnesota schools?
Well, I think great question. And to really be transparent, I think, we educational. I think we learned some tough lessons. We learned how that margin for error is so slim. Making a mistake or not making a play, losing 1.2 seconds. We ran into some really hot goaltending in Alex Tracy and Trotter. Very hard-fought series. I think good experience to go through. Probably didn't get the results we wanted or maybe even deserved. But to go through that, I think will be very beneficial and some growing pains for sure.
Can you say enough about Stiven's offensive game? I mean, I think he's like 4th in the country in points per game right now and just continues to find ways to chip in for you offensively.
Yeah, he's been great. I'd like to see a couple more guys get on that bandwagon. But yeah, with Stiven specifically, very talented, have a lot of confidence in him. He makes plays. He's playing with confidence, and he's making others. He generates. He's been a real bright spot for our team and our group.
Being a senior, he's kind of expected to be a leader of your group. And one of the nice things about it is it doesn't seem like he cares who he plays with. He's going to generate no matter what.
Well, good players are good players, make plays. I had Kosk and Gordon with them in the last series, and I thought Isaac was really good. We got to get him going offensively. I thought he had his best weekend. So that there's some chemistry there. But yeah, I think, Stiv's going to make plays. He's offensive. He's creative. So it's fun when he has the puck. It's fun to watch. It's fun to coach. I'm sure it's fun to watch too.
Where do you feel like Isaac's game is at this point? I mean, he's taking on a bigger role with being the captain and everything else, but the offense just hasn't quite clicked yet.
Yeah, he's done a great job as a captain. He's a fun person to be around. He's positive. He's up to beat. He's got a smile every day at the rink. He's done a great job of setting the culture, our standards, our expectations. He does a really good job with that. And, I think there's more offense there. He had a really good weekend this past weekend, 2 weeks ago. I think he's ready to have a breakout second half. And it's tough to score in college. It's a bounce here, it's a bounce there, but he's getting his looks this past weekend, and I think he had 3 points. So that's a real good indicator for our hockey club.
How do you feel like the kids that have come out of major juniors are adjusting to the college game at this point?
That's an interesting question because it's whether you're coming from major, junior, freshman, there's a transition. I'll tell you, one of the things we just had our mid-year season meetings, individual meetings. I can tell you just being in a room and sitting across from these freshmen, the maturity difference in 3-4 months of how they carry themselves, just the growth in them as people has been tremendous. It's really, it was neat to see that. It is. It's harder. Guys are bigger, stronger, faster. You're going to school. There's a lot. They're maturing. They're growing up. We're building men. Hockey's just kind of the avenue we're doing it on, but you're seeing them grow and mature. I can tell you they're excelling in the classroom. One of the things I'm proud about is how well they're doing in school. They're embracing it. They're having success in it. It's really exciting. They put the work in. It's a credit to Michigan Tech, our institution, the people, the professors, the academic support, and to them getting to class and putting the work in. So that part's really been really good. I'm really proud of our guys for that. But they're growing as you know. It's a transition. We're finding out how hard it is as a group to win every night in this league. So that's the bar, and that's what we're striving for is to obviously win every night.
Before he got hurt against Bemidji, we saw Tayden really like taking off and getting the kind of start you're looking for. He has clearly an NHL level shot and all of that. How do you feel like his first half has gone? Because obviously he had a bunch of points before he got hurt, but where do you feel like he's at?
Yeah, I mean the injury, set him back a little bit. Won't really get into what it is or what have you, but it's had an impact on him, and he's a great kid. He's like you said, he's got an NHL shot, NHL release. He's talented. We're continuing to work on his overall game. We want him to, the long term is improve his skating, improve his frame, to get him ready for pro hockey. But he's a real big part. We've missed him. So to get him back and get him comfortable again and get him in a groove is kind of, that'll be a win-win recipe for all of us.
We've talked a bit about Carson and his growth from not being in the lineup to start the year to now being a guy that you count on game in and game out. Do you feel like he's kind of growing into like a leader for some of the younger kids, and this is a level of effort you have to put in every day so that you get into this lineup and stay?
Well, he's playing on the power play. He's playing penalty kill. He skates extremely well. Doing a lot of things. He brings it every day. So Carson, is doing a real nice job for our team, for our staff. Certainly have some trust in him. He goes through the process. He works every day. He competes every day. He's getting better, and he doesn't cheat to his game. So he's been a real bright spot for our team.
The defensive group went through a lot of changes from last year to this year. How do you feel like it's coming together? It's obviously still a work in progress, but how do you feel like it's coming together?
I like our D core. Obviously, it's tough. Losing Rylan Brown for the year but it's Tyler Miller has been great. Jack and Joe, add so much to this group. Luca Fasciano's getting back. Getting him back will help. I think Casper did a nice job too. He got a increased role in minutes with that injury and stepped up and performed well. Reed Andreessen's been a bright spot as well. Tyler Miller's been fabulous. Parker's been great. So you look at that D-core, I really like our group. Yeah, that's the more pucks we can break out and be efficient and stuff. It helps. We've been in every game. So I like our D-core a lot. They're kind of the lifeline of our team in front of Bart.
Well, and certainly Bart, stepping in here and getting very comfortable very quickly. You've got to like where he's at now too, right?
Yeah, and he's playing the puck better, which is important. We kind of went through a stretch where, there were some catastrophic turnovers, but Yeah, I mean, he gets a chance every night. You know, we had the inter squad there on Saturday. It was fabulous. Again, like he just is rock solid.
Looking ahead, you're seeing Ferris for the second time. Uh, what did you notice in how they played against you here that you're going to have to deal with down there?
Well, yeah, and they just beat Mankato, right? You know, so they're heavy, they're physical. I just remember how physical that series was and how heavy it was. So when you look at those things, we're going to have to be ready to start on time. Certainly a lot of respect for Brett Riley, their coach, and you know, it's there's no easy games and there's no cupcakes in this league. So you know, you're in for it every night, and you better be ready to play.
Given how heavy they play, the fact that they play in a small rink too affects it too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a low ceiling. It has a good atmosphere in that rink. You know, so I think that's something that, you know, is you know, it's been years, truthfully, since I've been in that rink, but the dog pound and the student section is pretty can be hostile.
Coach, you said it, you know, no series in this league is ever free. How important is this one with this series coming up and then a 15-day break before the GLI kind of kicks off?
13-day break.
13-day break. Sorry, that
Yeah,
long.
yeah. But no, hey, listen, it's you can see the log jam at the top of the thing. We're fighting for home ice. We're fighting for our lives. There's everything to play for. We've got to get back in there. We've played well and maybe haven't got some results lately, but it's everything. And you can only get 3 points at a time, but make no bones about it, how important it is and how important the second half is to continue to put ourselves in the best spot. So, yeah, it's real important.
How difficult is it to keep guys focused with the breaks in the holiday season and the year changing and kind of all those factors that come in the next, you know, 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, I think, you know, distractions are there, but it's focus, right? We got to be laser sharp. You know, we had a really good practice. I want to play right now. I thought yesterday we were superb in practice. We're ready to go, and I actually had to, you know, shorten practice, cut it off. I didn't want anybody to get hurt. The intensity level was great. So we just got to make sure that we keep that for Friday night.